What if a 19-year-old college dropout convinced the world she could revolutionize healthcare, raised $700 million, built a company valued at $9 billion, and then watched it collapse under federal investigation?
She would put blood on something and then she'd put it in the machine.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Did it concern you that a number of tests weren't working on Theranos' devices?
I think it was about $20 million.
Elizabeth Holmes wasn't just another startup founder. She became Silicon Valley's golden child. Compared to Steve Jobs, backed by powerful investors, celebrated as the future of medicine, through her company Theranos, she promised something extraordinary: hundreds of blood tests from just a single drop of blood. No needles, no long waits, just fast, affordable results that could change lives forever. Politicians praised her. Media outlets put her on magazine covers. Investors lined up to be part of what looked like the next big breakthrough. But behind the black turtlenecks and confident interviews, something wasn't working. The technology didn't match the promise. And when the truth finally surfaced, it didn't just shake Silicon Valley. It destroyed a billion-dollar empire and sent its founder to prison. Birth of a vision. Elizabeth Holmes was born in 1984 in Washington, D.C. From an early age, she admired inventors and entrepreneurs. She reportedly told relatives she wanted to be a billionaire, not for luxury, but to make a global impact. In 2002, she enrolled at Stanford University to study chemical engineering. During her freshman year, she began working in a lab and developed an idea that would define her life. What if blood testing could be done with just a tiny finger prick instead of multiple vials drawn from a vein? At just 19 years old, Holmes dropped out of Stanford in 2003 to pursue that vision full-time. She founded a company called Theranos, a combination of the words therapy and diagnosis. Her mission sounded revolutionary: make blood testing cheaper, faster, and accessible to everyone. Building the billion-dollar dream. Theranos claimed it had developed a proprietary device called the Edison machine. According to Holmes, this small box could perform hundreds of diagnostic tests from just a few drops of blood. The idea was powerful. Investors were captivated. Over the next decade, Theranos raised more than $700 million from high-profile investors. The company's board included influential figures such as former U.S. Secretaries of State and military leaders, though notably, few had medical or scientific backgrounds. In 2014, Theranos reached a staggering valuation of $9 billion. Holmes herself owned over half the company, making her net worth an estimated $4.5 billion, according to Forbes. Major partnerships followed. One of the most significant was with Walgreens, which agreed to roll out Theranos testing centers inside its stores across the United States. Holmes was compared to Steve Jobs for her minimalist style and bold ambition. Media outlets praised her as the future of healthcare innovation. But there was one problem. Very few people had actually seen the technology work. The cracks began to show. Behind closed doors, Theranos was struggling. Former employees later revealed that the Edison machines were unreliable. They could not accurately perform the wide range of tests the company claimed. In many cases, Theranos reportedly used traditional third-party laboratory machines to conduct tests while presenting the results as if they came from their own proprietary technology. Employees who questioned the technology faced strict confidentiality agreements. The company operated with extreme secrecy, citing trade secrets as the reason for limited transparency. The turning point came in 2015 when investigative journalist John Carreyrou of the Wall Street Journal published a bombshell report. The article revealed that Theranos' technology did not perform as advertised, and that internal sources were raising serious concerns about accuracy. The story triggered federal investigations, and collapse. After the expos, regulators began scrutinizing Theranos' laboratories. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services found serious deficiencies in the company's testing practices. In 2016, Walgreens terminated its partnership with Theranos and closed all in-store testing centers. Lawsuits piled up. Investors accused Holmes and the company of misleading them. Patients questioned whether their blood test results had been accurate. In 2018, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charged Holmes with massive fraud, alleging she had raised hundreds of millions of dollars through false and misleading statements about the company's technology and financial performance. That same year, Theranos officially dissolved. The once celebrated startup was gone. Holmes's net worth, once in the billions, was reduced to zero. The criminal trial. In 2018, Holmes was indicted on federal criminal charges, including wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Her trial began in 2021 and became one of the most closely watched corporate trials in recent history. Prosecutors argued that Holmes knowingly misled investors about the capabilities of Theranos' technology and the company's financial health. Her defense team argued that she genuinely believed in the product and that business failure does not equal criminal intent. In January 2022, the jury found Holmes guilty on multiple counts of defrauding investors. She was acquitted on some charges related to patients, but convicted on key fraud charges tied to investors. In November 2022, she was sentenced to more than 11 years in federal prison. The rise and fall was complete. How did it happen? So how did a company with unproven technology reach a $9 billion valuation? Several factors played a role. 1. Charismatic leadership. Holmes projected confidence and certainty. 2. Powerful connections. Her board and investors included influential political and business figures. 3. Silicon Valley culture. The fake it till you make it startup mentality often rewards bold promises. 4. Media hype. Early glowing profiles amplified the company's reputation without deep technical scrutiny. In tech startups, rapid growth and secrecy are common, but in healthcare, lives are at stake. And that made this different. The lasting impact. The Theranos scandal shook Silicon Valley and the healthcare industry. Investors became more cautious about biotech startups making bold medical claims without peer-reviewed data. Regulators tightened scrutiny on diagnostic companies, and the case sparked broader discussions about accountability, ethics, and the responsibility of founders. It also became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring documentaries, books, and dramatizations. But beyond the headlines, the story serves as a warning. Innovation requires ambition, but ambition without transparency can be dangerous. What makes the story of Elizabeth Holmes so unforgettable isn't just the billions lost or the prison sentence, it's how powerful belief can be. For years, the world saw her as a visionary. Through Theranos, she promised to transform healthcare, attracted top investors, and built a company valued at $9 billion. And yet, when the scrutiny came, the empire collapsed just as dramatically as it rose. This story reminds us that innovation needs more than ambition. It needs transparency, accountability, and truth. In a world driven by bold promises and viral headlines, it's a powerful lesson for entrepreneurs, investors, and anyone chasing a big dream. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest business rises and falls in history. And I'd love to hear from you. Do you think this was deliberate fraud or a startup dream that spiraled out of control? Let's discuss in the comments.